Hey guys, just got back from the post office, picked up my Chief Products recovery points. I've done a lot of research on recovery points and I decided to go with the Chief Products recovery points for multiple reasons. One of the reasons being the cool accessories that work with these recovery points. Another reason is the quality of the products they release. Everything looks amazing. They spend a ton of time when it comes to testing their products, engineering their products. They never release something until it's perfect. So you know you're getting a quality product, you know you're getting a reliable product. As soon as I get inside, we're gonna unbox these things, we're gonna check them out. And after this is all done, we're gonna do a video installation. I'll show you guys all the tips and tricks, just so you can install these things no problem. Alright, so we got all the tape removed. Let's find out what's inside. First thing out of the box is this little card. It shows the specs for the recovery points. It also has a link to their website so you can see the other products they have to offer. And it has a link to their guide for installing these recovery points. The next item is this Ziploc bag. It contains grade 10.9 hardware, a decal, and a pack of anti-seize. It's really nice they use grade 10.9 bolt for that extra strength, and now I got a cool sticker for the back of the Jeep. They also threw in a Chief Products shop rag. It looks pretty cool. Here is the first recovery point. The first thing I notice is the finish. It's flawless. The flame red paint looks awesome. There are no sharp edges on the recovery point or on the spacer blocks. The paint is perfect. I can't see any flaws, chips, or scratches anywhere. It's just a beautifully engineered product overall. They are made out of 20mm thick steel. I was very surprised with the weight of these things. They are very heavy duty. The working load limit is 4,500 kilograms. That's almost 10,000 pounds. The minimum braking strength is 8,100 kilograms. That's almost 18,000 pounds. This is of course tested by engineers. There should be no worries about safety or reliability when it comes to these recovery points. They'll be very hard to do damage to. I won't waste any more time going through the second box. It contains the exact same things as the first box. You get your recovery point, your hardware, your pamphlet, your decal, your anti-seize, and your shop rag. If you're in the market for recovery points, I strongly recommend going with the Chief Products recovery points. You know you'll be getting a high quality, reliable product. That wraps up the video review. If you have any questions or concerns, just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Now it's time to show you guys how to install these things. Just getting ready to install the Chief Products recovery points. The hardest part of the install by far is going to be removing the lower fascia. I had a little off-roading accident and wrecked my bumper and lower fascia a little bit. I will still be able to give you a detailed explanation on how to remove the lower fascia. You shouldn't have any issues after watching this video. As you can see, the bumper is drifter stitched together just to hold it in place. So to start off here, what you're going to want to do is lay on your back, or if your vehicle's on your lift, just look right under the lower fascia. Alright, once you're underneath, you're going to see 3 fasteners. What you're going to want to do is turn them a quarter turn and pull them straight out. Quarter turn, and you just pull it straight out like that. There's 3 in the middle, and there's 2 in each corner. Alright, once you get all the fasteners out, you're going to take one hand and you're going to put it on the bumper cover. You're going to take your other hand, and you're going to grab onto the lower fascia, and you're just going to pull outwards. And you're going to see all the little clips here that plug right into the bumper cover. You're going to put your hand in there. It's going to go around the lower fascia. You're going to pull it out the whole way. Obviously this one's going to be a little easier because it was already off. It's not as easy as it looks. Gonna go all around the whole thing. You can see all the little slots where it plugs into. And that's your lower fascia removed. Once you have the lower fascia removed, put it on a workbench, put it wherever. And you're gonna wanna remove these little covers which your tow hooks will stick out of once you put it back on. If you look on the other side, you can see there's a little fastener there. You want to pop the center out and pull that fastener. I'll show you the way these fasteners work, just so you can pull off the tow hook cover. You're going to get your flathead screwdriver. You're going to put it under there. You're going to pry it upward. It will look like that when you are done. Grab a pair of any old pliers. Pull down your cover. Pull that center straight out of there. So back to underneath the Jeep. If you're looking at the washer fluid reservoir, you will see 2 holes for bolts. That's where your tow hooks will be bolted into. I have these on each side of the vehicle. Let me show you the other side. Here's the other side. They look exactly the same. This is the left side of the vehicle. If you're facing the front, this is the right side of the vehicle. Start off by grabbing the black bolt and the 2 washers and the nut. Grab the bigger plate of the 2. There's one big one and one small one. And grab your black bolt, 2 washers and a nut. Slide your black bolt through the top plate. Make sure there's a washer on top. Add the washer to the bottom and add your nut on there. Keep it nice and loose, just so you can move that around. Take the smaller plate, stack it on top of the bigger plate, and then install the longer bolt. When you are doing the right side recovery point, that's the one we are doing right now, it's very hard to reach behind the reservoir and thread in the back bolt. The next step is to remove this 10mm bolt that holds the felt liner in place. This will give you room to reach around the felt liner and thread in that back bolt. Just remove that bolt there. Now you can move the felt liner out of the way and reach in behind there. Open up your pack of anti-seize that came with the recovery points. We're going to add some to that bolt. Don't use too much, just make sure there's a nice coat on there. You're going to do the same thing to the next bolt. Take your recovery point and line it up with the 2 holes. Start with the back bolt and thread it in just a little bit. Once you got the back bolt started, grab the front bolt and do the same thing. And just thread them both in until they're snug, but don't make them too tight yet. Just keep them finger tight for now. The back bolt, like I said, is a little bit more difficult. Once you get your ratchet in there, you can only get about a 1/4 turn at a time. So just take your time and get that one all snugged up too. Once you got the bolts all snugged up, it's best to get a torque wrench, and they recommend torquing these to 54 foot-pounds. I personally don't have a torque wrench. I don't think it's necessary. So just grab your ratchet and make it as tight as possible with your hands. You don't need to go too crazy, just make sure it's nice and tight. Now grab a 17mm wrench, a 17mm ratchet, and tighten that 3rd black bolt and nut up. Once you got that all tightened, your first tow hook is installed. Don't forget to reinstall this 10mm bolt through the felt liner. I showed you how to do the right side first because it's a lot more difficult. On the left side, there's no reservoir. It's very easy to access both bolts. So just repeat the same procedure that you did on the right side, on the left side, and you'll be just fine. Just remember, put your anti-seize on your bolts, put your washers in place, and tighten those things up. Torque them to 54 foot-pounds if possible, and you should be good. You do not need to remove the 10mm bolt that holds the felt liner in place on the left side. It's not necessary, there's lots of room already. And there you have it. The left and right tow hooks are completely installed. I think the flame red looks great with a dark gray Jeep. I'm very impressed with this product. I think you guys will be too. Thanks for watching.